Hi everyone, this is Jill from NoFolds.com. Today I'm going to show you how to do a variation on a slider card. This is my final product. Pretty nifty, huh? Follow me along and I'll show you how to make it. The first thing you'll need for a slider card is a piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. It's already 8.5 this way, but you're going to need to make it shorter along this edge. The final measurement for this piece of paper will be 8.5 by 6. Put your paper into your favorite paper cutter. In this case, I'm using a Fiskars cutting thing. Snap it in tight. Make sure you're lined up. Make sure your edge is straight. And cut. Next, we're going to take this piece of paper and we're going to fold it in half. Use your bone folding knife to make a nice crease. Corner to corner, smooth it out. Next, you will take your Martha Stewart scoreboard and we're going to unfold it. On one edge, this edge, I'm going to score 1/4 inch, and on this edge, I'm going to cut off a 1/4 inch. Watch. Locate the 1/4 inch on your Martha Stewart scoreboard. And score a 1/4 inch. This flap will create a pocket. Then bring your cutting board back, and here's the scored side. On this side, you're going to cut a 1/4 inch. Sorry folks, didn't have that quite oriented. That's what happened. Hold on. Sometimes I even have to think out loud. Okay, I'm going to move this to 8 1/4 since it was 8.5 before. And I lost a 1/4 inch to the score line. I'm now going to lose a 1/4 inch to the cut line. And if all works out, my measurement will be right on. Perfect. And voila. And that is how you make the outside of the slider card. We'll secure this flap in the next step. For this card, you'll also need 2 pieces measuring 5 3/4 by 3 3/4 each. One for the inside, one for the outside. You'll also need a hole punch device and 2 pieces of ribbon, one approximately 8 inches and one approximately 18. The next step, you're going to take your sleeve and insert one of your smaller pieces, like so. Once it's in there, you're going to take your hole punch. I'm going to use the big side of the punch, that is 3/16 of an inch, and put my paper right in there and punch. Make sure it's somewhat centered. The next thing you're going to do is tape your outer pocket shut. You're going to put some tape runner or your favorite adhesive on the 1/4 inch flap and fold it closed. Next, you'll remove the inside black piece from the sleeve, flip it over, insert it back in the end until your holes line up. I know it's hard to see because I have a dark background underneath. What you're going to do then, once your holes are aligned, take your 18-inch ribbon, thread it through the hole until it's about halfway through. Half the ribbon on each side. Then what you're going to do, and this will take a little finagling, I like to call it, to make it work, but you're going to use the black paper to force the white ribbon in. And you'll just leave a little bit of the edge hanging out. When you're ready to complete your project, what you'll do is you'll tie this into a knot, and then your recipient will use the ends of the ribbon to pull the inside card in and out of the pocket. Pretty cool, huh? Again, you will have to mess with your ribbon a little bit to make sure it's smoothed out. Next, you're going to take your other piece of paper, your smaller piece, your other smaller piece of ribbon, and make a little decoration. I like to use tape runner to hold ribbon down. I'm going to do is put that so it lines up, so it looks as if the ribbon that's inside the pocket is really going across the top. It's a pretty neat trick. Take the extra, fold it behind, and we're just going to go ahead and use some tape runner to hold that down as well. You can also use Scotch tape on the inside of your cards to help hold ribbon down as well if you prefer. Then what you're going to do, and this is very important, when we're going to flip the card over, we're going to put tape runner this edge, this edge, this edge, but not along here because we wouldn't want the card stock to be glued down and make it too tight for the inside card to slide easily. Putting a little extra at the base, just for safe measure. Line it up. And when you're happy, place it down. Like so. The inside card is still free to move about the pocket. See? Like so. It's a fun way to fool your friends. Go ahead and decorate the card as you see fit. Well, here is the final product. This is what it looks like after I decorated it. I had a little bit of an issue sticking these guys on. I tried hot glue, and then I tried super glue, and finally it was liquid nails that made these jellied skeletons stick on the project. Anyway, this is the final card. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. It turned out really cool. This is for a get well card for my father who's having hip surgery, so hopefully he'll think it's funny as well. Anyway, thank you again for joining us today on NoFolds.com. See you next time.